Hey everybody, Kyle Goth here from goatfilmreviews.com and Goat Film Reviews channel on YouTube. Gosh, not used to this yet. I just got back from Germany, and as I mentioned before in the previous two videos that I've hopefully gotten up today, Sweet Dreams and Mother's Instinct, I watched 4 new releases on the flight back to America from Germany. So I thought as soon as I was able to, I was going to come and give you some first reactions to them. So the third film I saw on my flight home from Germany was a film called Wicked Little Letters, which I believe is currently streaming on Netflix as of this recording as well. So if you haven't had a chance to see it yet, definitely check it out, because at least of the 4 films I saw on the way home, this was my favorite. And in fact, it currently sits in my top 10 films of the year. I've seen almost 100 films, new releases this year, and this currently sits at number 10. I'm not sure it's going to make it through the entire year, but of the 100 films I've seen, that's still a pretty high bar. The film is directed by Thea Sharrock, I think I'm saying that right, and it stars Olivia Colman, Jessie Buckley, of course Timothy Spall is in the film as well. Got a good cast. Basically, it follows 1920s Britain, and it follows a woman played by Olivia Colman who's receiving dirty letters that are sent to her home. She accuses the other character played by Jessie Buckley of doing it, because Jessie Buckley's character is a bit more, I guess, just not clean around the ears, if you will. She tends to swear a lot. She tends to have loud sex. She tends to talk about her personal items, I guess, out loud. She's just very much not a prude like most of the characters in the film, so she's the obvious culprit writing these wicked little letters. And it is a fascinating little whodunit that I found to be quite enticing. I think maybe it gives away its ending a little too early, but it's quite a fun little whodunit adventure. And the idea that it's kind of based, I think it's based on true stories or true events. And that was kind of surprising to me too, that this could have happened and that it was as odd and strange as it ends up being. But it does follow the Gladys Moss, who is a female police officer who is charged with figuring out what's really going on. Or I guess she's told not to bother anymore, and she starts looking into it as well. So I really like the women in this movie. I think they have a lot of fun kind of working around this really interesting plot. Timothy Spall is chewing scenery, and I think that's something that he does so incredibly well, and I really enjoyed seeing him in this film as kind of the doddering older sibling who's really not into all of this inappropriate nature, and everyone should be prim and proper. But he's also kind of, in some ways, he's a villain of the story, but our main characters aren't devoted to that because they're fighting with other people. So I like that the film doesn't really give you those kind of clean endings, doesn't really give you those clean good and bad characters, because everyone's kind of got their own little flaws as well. And I think the mystery around it was pretty fun. And you definitely get the sense early on in the film that Jessie Buckley, she couldn't possibly have done it, right? But the film kind of convinces you that maybe she did, maybe she didn't, and then adds other little wrinkles into it as well. And I just had a lot of fun trying to figure out who it was and wrapping my head around it. And I think what you get at the end of the film is surprising and interesting. Even if it was one of the thing is, it was one of the 10 things I thought could have happened. So yeah, I guess one of the 10 things I thought happened at the end. But it's not really about kind of the shock of the twist. It's more about the fun of the reveal and how those machinations actually end up changing the other characters in the story as well. So I had a lot of fun with Wicked Little Letters. It's a cute little movie. I really like seeing these kinds of like British black comedy mystery movies, like where they've got a really great cast tackling an odd problem, something that honestly this kind of movie you wouldn't see in an American release, just because, I don't know, it doesn't really seem like something any studio in America would want to tackle. So I love that this is coming from, from over in the British world of filmmaking, and that I really enjoyed what I saw. It definitely has the sensibilities of a non-American release, and in that way it stands out from the wide release crowd quite a bit. So I would definitely recommend checking out Wicked Little Letters. Like I said, I think currently, as of this recording, it's on Netflix. If not, I'm sure it's available to rent or purchase from other retailers. I missed it in theaters. I remember people telling me about it in theaters, and just, you get busy. You get busy seeing a ton of other movies, and you miss some of the ones that end up being really entertaining as well. So it just happens. But let me know your thoughts on Wicked Little Letters down below in the comments section. While you're down there, please like and subscribe. There are 2 free things you can do that help to support the channel immensely, and you never miss new episodes of the show as they drop. You can also check out down in the description for this video, there's links for goatfilmreviews.com for my many written reviews. You can find Goat Film Reviews on Facebook. You can follow me at Almighty Goatman on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, and Threads. And you can find my show Kyle and Nick on Film that I co-host with Nick Palatichuk from the St. Paul Filmcast. We have new episodes of that show every single week. And you can also check out the link in the description. It has a spot for the Minnesota Film Critics Alliance, which I'm a member of. Those are critics' reviews as well as more of mine. You can check out what their thoughts are on Wicked Little Letters. You can just check out what else I'm working on over there, too. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.